If this stuff is nasty, I'm gonna be so mad.
Gotta match and juicy like it's keep it steady in our pockets. You're my sexy little BFF.
Good morning, America and any other country watching. Today we are making weird coffee recipes from TikTok. Coffee is like my favorite thing in the world. TikTok is my favorite thing in the world, so I thought, why not combine the two? Last night I was up finding all these different recipes on TikTok for coffee that I wanted to try to make, like Emma Chamberlain. Some of it I had to prep last night because some stuff just can't be done in one sitting. So let's just get right into the first recipe. The first recipe is coffee chata or latte chata, whatever you want to call it. It's a mix of horchata and coffee, and that's one of the ones I had to prep last night by putting rice, water, and cinnamon in a bowl to soak overnight. So we're gonna get that out. I'll show you guys the recipe, and we're going to make it and hope that it doesn't taste disgusting. What you're gonna need is your rice, water, and cinnamon mixture that you have to soak overnight, coffee, cinnamon, vanilla, condensed milk, and evaporated milk. Let me stir it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's all hard. You add this to your blender. Excuse my kitchen if it's messy. It's like stuff on the wall. Ugh, I should have cleaned the kitchen before I did this. But I have a dentist appointment after this, so I'm probably gonna be rushing. So I didn't have time to like clean the kitchen and make it look all pretty. So hopefully we get to do all 4 of these recipes before I have to go. Then you get 1 can of condensed milk. You put it in there. If you don't drink dairy milk, you can use coconut cream milk. It tastes like cheese. And you do 1 can of evaporated milk as well. This is already not starting off right because this thing, I literally have a blender right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I thought it would all fit in this little NutriBullet, but this evaporated milk I did not get to put in there yet, so I'll just have to blend this up and then add this in later, or maybe like stir it in because it's like liquid, so it doesn't need to be blended necessarily. But let's blend it. This is what it looks like after it's all blended up. You have to add vanilla too. She added in vanilla after she blended it, but I think you can add it in like before you blend it. I don't really think it matters. There's some vanilla. Then you have to strain it. I just strained it. I didn't get to film it. There's a strainer. After you strain it, you put the remains, like the mushy rice mixture, back in the blender because we're gonna blend it back up again with the coffee. And I also added the evaporated milk. I just stirred it in and it was super easy to mix with the blended rice and stuff. The next step is to make the coffee part. So you're supposed to boil it with water, instant coffee, and a cinnamon stick, but we don't have cinnamon sticks and we don't have that type of time. So we're going to use cold brew. I'm gonna put it back in this can just so we can get like all the milk possible. And then I read on Google that 1 teaspoon of cinnamon can replace like 1 cinnamon stick. I'm gonna put my coffee in here. I just do like that much. And as if you can see it, I like filled most of the can up. I left a little bit of room. And that'll just replace the instant coffee and the water. And then I'll put some cinnamon in here. And I'll just pour it in here. There's no need to stir because it's gonna be mixed up in the thing. And now we are going to blend this as well. This is what the coffee rice mixture looks like. So now we're going to add this to this. And I think we have to strain this again. But after you strain the coffee mixture and mix it with this, and I think you mix it with a little bit of water if you want to, it'll be done and we will give it our taste test. One thing I will say, I've never tried horchata before, but this is so good. If this is just horchata, like what I did already without the coffee, this is gas. Like, I'm not even gonna mix all the coffee with the horchata mix because I just want some of the horchata by itself. Just wanted to make that statement. This is what the coffee mixture looks like. I tasted a little bit of it. It's really strong, but it's really good. So it tastes like cinnamon espresso. But now we're gonna mix this with the horchata and we're gonna try some. So this is it I think I'm gonna put ice in it later, but I'm not gonna drink all this right now, so it's like no point in putting ice in it if I know it's gonna melt. But this is the coffee chata, so let's give it a taste test. This is really good. First one, major success. Okay, luckily the next ones aren't nearly as hard. The coffee chata one was definitely the hardest one. But the second one we're going to do is probably the easiest one. It is simply a skinny vanilla caramel latte. I've never tried like skinny syrups or like sugar-free syrups. Here they are. The recipe the girl used on TikTok, it was like a combination of, it was like skinny vanilla caramel syrup in one, but we have sugar-free caramel, sugar-free vanilla, and then she put almond milk in it, unsweetened, and then some cold brew. So this one should be really easy. Also, this is the type of coffee the girl used, blonde roast, unsweetened Starbucks iced coffee. I was going to use the stock cold brew over there, but I was like, let me replicate the recipe as best as I can. Also, this is the almond milk that I'm using. I think she used unsweetened vanilla almond milk, but this one's regular. The syrup is vanilla, and I can add like vanilla extract. But shout out to Muwala. This brand is so good. They make banana milk, and I've been obsessed with banana milk. So shout out to them. I had to make this off camera real quick because I always leave like my fridge and my cabinets open when I'm doing stuff because it's just like I'm too occupied. But I had to make this off camera real quick because I actually do have to go to the dentist, and when I get back I'll make the other two. But let's try this skinny caramel vanilla latte. It's not bad, but I don't think I would have it again. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10. The other one was 10 out of 10, the coffee chata, but this one, it tastes like candy, but like artificial candy, and I guess that's the sugar-freeness. Yeah, this is why I don't get sugar-free skinny stuff. I'll stick to my normal vanilla and caramel. I'm back from the dentist. The next recipe we are going to make, I guess it's a recipe, is really simple, but I'm going to make it really hard. I don't eat McDonald's, and the next recipe is something from McDonald's, and I made a video about why, if you want to go watch that. But to make a long story short, I do not eat or drink anything from McDonald's. The recipe calls for a vanilla milkshake from McDonald's and a double shot espresso, and then you just mix it together. You know what I could have did? I could have got a vanilla frosty from Wendy's and then did it with that. There's a Wendy's right by my... Anyway, so what we are going to do is we're going to make a homemade vanilla milkshake, then get some coffee and mix it in there. It's probably just going to taste like the frosted coffee from Chick-fil-A. But here we have our vanilla ice cream. It's so bright. Milk. I don't know if we're gonna need ice, and then vanilla extracts, and then we have some coffee. So let's get started. All you need for this is a blender. All you really need for this is the vanilla milkshake and coffee from McDonald's, but we're doing it the complicated way. So all you need to make it at home is some coffee, milk, ice cream, and vanilla extract, and a blender. Look how pretty this looks. It looks like an affogato, like espresso with gelato in it. But I decided to put the coffee with the rest of the milkshake because there's no reason to like mix the coffee in after the milkshake is made. But there's the milk, coffee, vanilla extracts, and ice cream in it. This one is ridiculously thick. I definitely don't think I added enough coffee, but we're about to try some anyway. If it's really good, I'm going to add more coffee and then just drink it. It's good. Despite the color, I think there's a good amount of coffee in here. It kind of tastes like a frosted coffee from Chick-fil-A, but more vanilla-y. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, it has more vanilla in it than coffee. And the frosted coffee from Chick-fil-A is like more coffee than vanilla. Which I'm sure if I put more coffee, it'll change, but I like this. Now for the last coffee recipe for this video, it is a blueberry latte, like how they do at Dunkin', but they did it at home. This is the only blueberries that we have. It's literally like 15 in here. So hopefully when I try to make syrup out of this, it's enough. But we're going to make syrup with this, and then you just like put it with regular coffee and your milk of choice. So let's try this one out. I have a sneaking suspicion that if I do this right, it's probably gonna be my favorite one. But I have to do it right. Like, if I don't do it right, I've never made like a puree fruit syrup before. So if I don't do it right, then it's obviously gonna be gross. But if I do it right, I feel like this one will be my favorite because I like fruity stuff. And then I like coffee, so combining them I feel like will be really good together. So we have our blueberries. I guess you just put them in the pan, get some sugar, mush them around, and we are just going to hope for the best. Apparently to make blueberry syrup you also need lemon juice and water, so I'm not going to put a lot of lemon juice because I don't want it to be like sour. And I only have a little bit of blueberries, so I'm maybe only going to put like a little dollop. Some water, some sugar, and we cross our fingers. This is what it looks like up close with the lemon juice, the water, the sugar, and the blueberries. And I guess now we just kind of wait for the sugar to melt a little bit and like mush the blueberries up and just let it turn into syrup. It's boiling. I mushed all the blueberries and I can already see like how it's turning into syrup. It's like thickening. I'm gonna turn the temperature down so I don't burn it though. Oh my gosh, it's literally a syrup already. It's crazy how science works. Well, hopefully I don't burn myself. Okay, good, it's not hot. It doesn't really taste like anything. It doesn't taste like anything. I'm confused. This is what it looks like. I picked out some of like the blueberry pulp, skin, whatever you want to call it, with a fork, and then I added a little bit of milk just to try to like stir it up and dissolve the blueberry syrup. It looks really pretty. It's like a purple color. I don't normally drink dairy, but I've been drinking all types of dairy today for this video. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass, literally. The blueberry syrup still doesn't really taste like anything. I'm gonna add a little bit of coffee and then I'll see you guys back in that spot over there where there's better lighting. Here is the moment of truth. I'm gonna get a straw so I can try to get some of the blueberry syrup at the bottom. It looks so pretty. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. Oh no. This is not good. I just think it needs a little bit more sugar, or more blueberry syrup, I should say, because like the blueberry syrup is in there, but it really is just making it taste more sour. And the cold brew that I have is already pretty sour. So if I had more blueberry syrup, I think it would be better. Yeah. If I had more blueberry syrup, this would definitely be a really good one. That's the 4 recipes that I have for you today. The coffee chata is number 1. The DIY frosted coffee that is supposed to be from McDonald's but we made at home is number 2. This is number 3, and the skinny vanilla caramel is number 4. None of them are bad. The skinny vanilla caramel one isn't bad, but I don't think that I would personally drink it because it just tastes like artificial to me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please comment down below more coffee videos because any excuse that I have to film myself drinking coffee and making it, I'm going to take it. I hope you have a great your day, night, or whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
BFF.